You made a reference to a different story, and that was, we actually had a serial killer, and we didn't get a whole lot of murders because, again, this is a small town surrounded by cornfields. There's a bigger city across the way. We're not far from Peoria, and Peoria does have, more of they've got more, violence than we do, right, for sure. But, uh, one day, right before press time, we found, a lady, and she was a person of color, which is not very common because this is a rural community of mostly came from farmer stock. When Black people moved up from the South, they largely would go to places like Peoria, not communities like mine, because there were at the time almost no jobs for people coming in. So, and there is a racist component to that too, but primarily it's just we didn't have that type of jobs here that would draw people. So it's not a very I shouldn't say it's not very diverse, but it's not nearly as diverse. It's non-diverse enough that we did not expect to see an African American victim tossed in a cornfield. But the guy was out doing, I think, his harvest, and there's a dead body, and that didn't happen very often. I, I'm not the only person who did this, but a lot of us right away thought this kind of reminds us of a couple of other things we've seen happening across the river. Like, I think we have a serial killer. And we did. And he's in prison. He killed, I forget how many people, but one of the people in the newsroom said she's just a crack whore. And I still remember this lady's name. I'm not going to say it because I don't want people Googling and branding her a crack whore. But yes, his victims were prostitutes. If you've got the taste for serial killing, who you go after, you very often do go after prostitutes, unfortunately, because they think that people won't miss them. And sometimes they don't for a while.